So, you see, I know all about that.
But, Mr. Randall, I didn't...
All right, Jerry. It's possible that it just happens those scissors are similar. You give me the pair you borrowed, and you'll be clear of all suspicion.
But, I can't right away. I'll get them for you, though.
All right, Jerry. I'll be waiting for you in my office wagon. But remember, I've got the pair of scissors that I found. And you'd better have another pair, or...
Or what, Mr. Randall?
Well, we'll worry about that when the time comes. But get over to my wagon as soon as you can, Jerry.
Yes, sir, I will.
No one will be happier than I to have you cleared of this thing.
Well, I'll be over as soon as I can, Mr. Randall. Bye.
So long, Jerry.
I wonder. Shh, Jerry. Oh, hello there, Major. Hey, what you doing hiding around the corner of the wagon? Golly, I'm sure glad you're here, though.
Well, to be frank, Jerry, when I saw you leave the dining room with Mr. Randall, I was pretty worried.
You? Gee whiz, you didn't do it.
I cannot tell a lie, Jerry. Yes, I cut off her beard.
But how could you? Gee, you'll get into a lot of trouble. Mr. Randall's awful man.
Yes, I know, but he must never know I did it. Nobody must.
But they're bound to find out.
But they mustn't. Why, if the bearded lady thought that I did it, she'd kill me. You know how excited she gets. She just doesn't know what she's doing.
But, Major, the scissors...
Imagine dropping them, and it woke her up. If it hadn't been for that,
But, Major, Mr. Randall has those scissors, and he knows Clara gave me some like it this afternoon, and he'll blame me.
No, he won't, Jerry.
But he will. He just told me to bring him the scissors, or he'd hold me responsible.
But you didn't do it.
Well, I know, but he'll think I did if I don't give him the scissors.
Oh, Jerry, I don't know what to say. I don't want to get you into trouble. And of course, you know I haven't the scissors.
What'll I do?
I don't know what you can do. I suppose you'll have to tell him everything. I can't have a boy blamed for something he hasn't done. And yet if that woman finds out that I'm to blame, well, I might just as well be dead. Hey, where are you going?
Over to the office wagon.
But what are you going to say to Mr. Randall?
Oh, I don't know yet.
I'll walk over with you. Goodness me, I wish I'd never been born, Jerry, to get my good friends into trouble.
Oh, don't worry, Major. I won't tell him you did it.
Yeah, but he'll know.
Well, how?
Well, when you tell him you got the scissors for me.
Well, I won't tell him.
You won't?
Well, no, of course not. Not if you're going to get into so much trouble.
Well, Jerry, you know why I did this, don't you?
Oh, no, not exactly.
Well, Jerry, I'll tell you. It was the bearded lady that sent those notes to Carmen, so I had to protect the Spanish senorita. So I had the bearded lady write a note.
Yeah, I saw it.
You did? Well, now Carmen won't worry anymore. And now I fixed the bearded lady, so she won't be around here anymore endangering people's lives. But she's no use to a circus without a beard. I meant to sacrifice her for the good of the circus. I didn't mean to get you into trouble.
It's all right, Major. Well, here we are. Guess I better go in and get it over with.
Well, good luck, Jerry. And be sure to let me know what happens.
Yeah, I will. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mr. Randall.
Come in, Jerry.
Mr. Randall.
Yes?
I haven't got the scissors after all.
Jerry.
I'm awful sorry.
Jerry, how could you do a thing like that?
Well,
Jerry, cutting off that beard was bad enough. It's much worse than a prank because it brings a lot of trouble to the innocent victim.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, of course, I can't use the bearded lady like that. I'm afraid I'll have to let her go.
Oh, no.
That's bad enough, but to have you lie to me...
Well, honest, I didn't, Mr. Randall.
To
I
have
didn't.
you lie to me is worse than to have had you do such a thoughtless and unkind thing.
Truly, I didn't lie to you, Mr. Randall. You must believe me.
Oh, then someone else is involved in this? So that's it. Yeah, I thought as much. I'm sorry, Jerry. I don't like to ask you to tell on another. But in this case, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to tell me who did this thing.
I can't, Mr. Randall.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but this time I'm afraid you'll have to tell me. I insist on knowing who used those scissors. You won't tell me?
You've been awful good to me, Mr. Randall, and I appreciate it, but... Well, this is just something I can't talk about.
Well, Jerry, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're going to have to take some pretty stiff medicine.
Yes, sir.
I'll have to tell Clara not to make up that costume for you.
Why?
Because I'm going to have to let someone else go into the ring with that elephant act.
Oh, Mr. Randall. Oh, no, please. I just can't tell you, but I just got to do that act with El Mundo. Well, I've been practicing and thinking about it so much, and
I'm sorry, Jerry.
And I'm good. Honest, I am. Carmen says so, and so does Olson. And, gee, Mr. Randall, do something else to me, please, but let me work with El Mundo in the ring.
It's too bad, Jerry. I feel as bad about this as you do. But I can't have performers who don't consider the show above everything else. I don't like tattling any more than you do. But this case is a little different. And, well, I guess we'll just have to forget about you working that elephant in the ring. Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Mr. Randall?
Oh?
It's Major Mike, Mr. Randall. Are you busy? Can I see you for a minute?
Oh, yes, Major. Come in.
I'll only take a few minutes of your time, Mr. Randall.
That's okay, Major. I was going over my books here, but they can wait. What's on your mind?
Well, Mr. Randall, I don't know just how to start, but, well, I really come to talk to you about Jerry.
Jerry?
Well, you see, Mr. Randall, the boy's just about heartbroken not being able to work with that new elephant, El Mundo.
Well, it's his own fault, Major. I must have discipline on the lot.
But I don't think he had anything to do with cutting the bearded lady's beard off.
I don't either, but I do think he knows who it was. Say, you don't happen to have anything to do with that beard-cutting job, do you?
Who? Me? Why, Mr. Randall?
Well, I happen to know you don't have a lot of love for the bearded lady.
Well, she riles me.
You even get mad thinking about it.
Yes, I do.
Well, then isn't it reasonable for me to suspect you of cutting her beard off?
Oh, Mr. Randall.
Well, what is it you want to talk to me about Jerry?
I wanted to ask you if you wouldn't let him go ahead and work El Mundo. He's got his heart set on it, and he was so excited about that uniform. I think he'd be a big attraction with the elephant.
Why this sudden interest in Jerry?
Oh, I've always liked Jerry.
Well, he's a great boy, but I can't have underhanded work going on. He's shielding someone, Major, and I don't like it. After all, he's working for me, and I'm paying him. If he's going to be loyal to anyone, I should be first.
Well, but maybe he can't tell you.
Nonsense. But if he feels that way, then let him take the punishment. Well, is that all, Major?
You won't reconsider and let him work El Mundo?
No. I've got to find out who cut the beard off the bearded lady. Maybe Jerry will decide to tell me how he happened to borrow those shears from Clara. The best way to make a boy behave is to take something away from him that he wants badly.
But, Mr. Randall...
That was no prank, Major. What good's a bearded lady without a beard? She has no value at all now. At least until her beard grows out again, and that'll take months.
Well, it serves her right.
What's that?
Well, it was her own fault, Mr. Randall.
I believe you know more about this than you're saying.
Why, Mr. Randall...
Now, listen, Major. If you know anything, I want you to tell me. You come to me pleading for Jerry. Now, if you really want to help Jerry, tell me all you know.
If you learn who really cut the beard off, will you let Jerry ride El Mundo?
Well, yes, I will. After all, that's what I want to find out.
Well, you won't tell the bearded lady. I'm afraid
You're afraid?
You promise you won't tell her?
Well, all right, out with it. Who did it?
Well, now, Mr. Randall, I hope you won't get too angry.
Out with it, Major.
Well, sir, I cut the beard off.
Oh.
Yes, sir. But she had it coming. Really, she did.
Now, let me decide that.
I'll tell you the whole story, and then I'll bet you'll agree with me.
Well, it better be good.
Well, in the first place, she'd been sending threatening notes to Carmen Bandini. She'd been threatening Carmen's life, Mr. Randall.
What?
She threatened to put acid on the tight wire the Bandinis used. And the last note she said to Carmen had a dagger stuck through it.
All right.
She really had Carmen scared, and the Bandini brothers were going to take it into their own hands.
Well, that's bad, but what did the bearded lady have against Carmen?
She's jealous, that's what she is.
Jealous? Well, jealous of whom?
Well, I guess me.
You?
Because I've been paying a little attention to Carmen. Yes, sir. She said in one of those notes that if Carmen didn't get out of the circus right away, her life would be in danger.
Is this the truth, Major?
Positively, Mr. Randall.
But why didn't you come to me? Why do you always take things in your own hands?
Oh, I really couldn't help it. Really, I couldn't. I just got the idea that by cutting her beard off, I'd get even. It might scare her into behaving herself. I just got the idea, and the first thing I knew, I did it.
And you went in and did your barber trick while she was sleeping?
Yes, sir.
Major, I don't know what to say to this. Threatening people, as she did Carmen, is bad. Very bad.
Yes, sir.
Folks that work on the wire are naturally high-strung and nervous.
It's upset her plenty, Mr. Randall.
Yes, I can well imagine.
Well, what are you going to do with me?
Well, Major, I'm going to forget the whole thing.
And you won't tell the bearded lady I did it?
No, I won't. And you don't have to worry about her any longer either.
No?
No, I've already let her go. She's leaving the circus this afternoon. You cut that beard pretty short, Major.
Yes.
She's of no value at all with her beard as short as it is.
Is she going to join up with us again when that beard grows in?
Well, I haven't decided that yet. At any rate, she doesn't have to worry about money while her beard is growing in. She had it insured.
What?
Yes, she'll get a nice piece of money from the insurance company.
Well, of all things.
Yeah.
Now, you will let Jerry work with El Mundo, Mr. Randall, will you?
Well, why, sure. You know, Major, I'm kind of glad this whole thing came to light. I won't have people around my show that send threatening letters to other performers.
Okay.
Maybe without her beard, she'll cool off now, and this little vacation will give her a chance to think it over.
Now, can I go and tell Jerry that you said it was okay for him to go ahead and rehearse El Mundo?
Well, sure. Go look him up. Tell him I said to go over to Clara and tell her to finish up his uniform right away. Tell him to report to Olson and rehearse his tricks with the elephant.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Randall. Jerry will sure be glad to hear this news. And thanks for being so easy with me.
Well, all right, Major, but next time, come to me first with anything at all. I want to know about it first. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You're not to take anything into your own hands. Yeah, you know, you do some dangerous things when you get angry.
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, Major. Run along now and tell Jerry what I said.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Randall.
Goodbye, Major.
Well, that was easy. Oh, won't Jerry be happy now to know how I fixed things for him?
Hiya, Major.
Oh, greetings.
You seem to be awful happy today. What happened to your usual grouch?
I am happy, and what's more, I'm always going to be happy from now on.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, tut, young man. Oh, say, have you seen Jerry around any place?
Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry Dugan.
Oh, the boy.
That's right. Have you seen him?
Well, yeah, he just cut across here a second ago. He was heading... there he goes now. See him?
Oh, yes, thanks. Hey, Jerry! Oh, Jerry! Jerry!
Oh, Major.
Oh, come here, Jerry. I got some good news for you.
You got what?
I got some good news for you.
Quiet, Rich.
Now, everything is all fixed.
What are you talking about?
I just left Mr. Randall, and I told him everything. I confessed to the whole thing myself.
You did? Aw, gee, you're swell.
Oh, Mr. Randall was very nice about it, and he told me to tell you to report to Olson again and finish learning your tricks with El Mundo.
You mean it?
Of course I mean it. He told me to tell you to go right ahead with your rehearsing and said for you to go over to Clara and tell her to get busy on the uniform. You know, the one you're going to wear when you work the elephant?
I can't believe it.
Well, it's true, Jerry. I made a clean breast of the whole thing. And I told Mr. Randall you had nothing to do with it. And I thought you should be given a chance to work El Mundo.
Oh, Major, that's keen. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, now hurry up and get over to Olson and start learning your tricks with the elephant.
But what about the bearded lady?
Well, we won't have to worry about her any longer.
How come?
She's leaving the circus this afternoon.
No fooling.
That's right. Now run along and I'll tell you all about it later.
Okay, and thanks again, Major. Come on, Rags.
Oh, gosh. Well, so long, Jerry.
So long. Come on, Rags. Hurry up. I'm going to be a performer after all. And I'll just bet I'll be good doing those tricks with El Mundo. This way, Rags. In here in the menagerie. Olson!
Here we are, Jerry.
It's okay now.
Huh? What's okay?
I can work with El Mundo after all.
Oh, what do you mean, Jerry?
Well, Mr. Randall told me I couldn't work with him, and now he says I can.
Oh.
Clara's going to make up my uniform, and I'll be ready to work just as soon as I learn those tricks.
Oh, good. I was just trying to put this big fella through some of those stunts just now.
Quiet, Rags. Now you go lay down someplace and behave yourself.
Not getting very far with this foreigner, though.
Well, haven't you learned your Spanish yet?
Nope, I guess it'll be a long time before I do. I ain't so quick to catch on to them funny lingos.
But Carmen told you a couple of things to say, didn't she?
Oh, sure, I got them okay. And it's a good thing, too, else I couldn't get this guy to do anything.
Carmen is teaching me everything there is to say to him. Hi, El Mundo.
Oh, he knows his name. That's one thing.
Well, what'll I do first, Olson?
Well, now, let's see. Well, how about getting up on his head this time? I'll get his foot up for you. All right, up. Avantase, El Mundo.
Hey, look at it. He's putting it up.
Now, grab a hold of his trunk and climb up.
Like this?
Uh-huh. Now, when he bends his trunk, sit on it. All right, now, quick, Jerry. That's a boy.
Hey, he's lifting me up. Oh, boy.
That's it. Now, step over onto his head, but don't let loose of his trunk until you're sure you're up there.
All right.
Yeah, that's the way. Good fellow, El Mundo. I think you're beginning to understand a little English.
Now what, Olson?
Well, you'll just have to get used to it up there. I'll have him walk around with you a little bit. Marchate, El Mundo.
Hey, he's going. Swell, Olson.
Yeah.
What did you say to him? That's a new one.
Oh, that's one of the words Carmen told me. Marchate means march.
Hey, this is sure fun up here. Hey, make him go faster.
Won't fall off.
Ah, I'm all right.
Okay, then here goes the word for faster. Let's see now how I say it. It's oh yes, rapido, El Mundo.
Hey, that's good.
You're doing all right too.
Hey, it's sure rocky up here. I feel like I'm on a boat.
Yeah, just like a boat. Well, I'm sure you don't get seasick. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start you over by the backyard so that all your friends can see you.
Hey, go on back, Rags. Go away.
I guess your pup thinks the elephant's taking you away.
Go on now, Rags. I'm all right up here. Go away. Go on. Go on, Rags. Vamoose. Vamoose, Rags. Vamoose.
Hey, whoa, El Mundo, whoa.
Hey, whoa. Hey, Olson, he's running away with me.
Hold on, Jerry. You sure said the wrong thing that time, Jerry.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you said vamoose to Rags, and El Mundo thought you meant it for him. Carmen told me that word, and it means to run.
Well, stop him. Stop him, Olson.
How would I stop him? I can't remember what the word is. Cut, El Mundo. Stop, quit. Whoa.
Get Carmen quick. He's going faster.
Yes, sir.
Find out how to stop him, Olson. Hurry.
Well, I'll go see if I can get Carmen, Jerry. Keep pulling on his ears so he keeps going around in a circle.
Hurry.
Get him out. Hurry, all right.
I'll follow your Nathan.
Hold on to him, Jerry. Don't let go. He'll fall.
Hurry. Stop it.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Hey, hurry up and stop him, somebody.
Hold on tight, Jerry. Wilson's got Carmen now. She'll be here in a minute.
I'm going to fall off. Can't somebody stop him?
Nobody knows the right Spanish word to say. Hold on, Jerry. Here comes Carmen now. Hey, look out. See that bull away from the soft stringy tail? Steer him away, Jerry. He'll knock that stand to pieces.
I can't steer him.
Oh, boy, that was a close
Here we are,
call.
Jerry. Carmen, over here.
Hurry, Carmen.
Hurry,
up.
Carmen.
El mundo! Alto! Alto! Alto el mundo!
Oh, he's stopping all right.
Of course he stops if you tell him to.
Golly, I was just about to fall off.
Oh.
I can't see how I stayed up on his head as long as I did.
Alto el mundo! Now, Jerry, you want to get down, yes?
I'll say.
Siéntate! Siéntate el mundo!
That's okay now. I can get down.
Well,
That's a great show you put on, Jerry.
beats me what one little word will do, Carmen.
If it is the right word.
What did you say to him, Carmen?
Only alto.
Alto?
That means to stop.
I guess that's the first thing I should have learned to say in Spanish. It would have saved me an awful rough ride.
Oh, you were bouncing, Jerry?
Yeah.
I'll say I was. It's harder to stay up on an elephant's head when he's running than it is to ride a bucking bronco.
Oh, he's all right, Rags.
Rags, you might. It's all your fault. Yes, it is.
What do you mean, Jerry? Poor Rags did not make El Mundo run so fast. El Mundo, he is used to dogs.
It's like this, Carmen. Jerry wanted Rags to quit chasing after El Mundo, and he yells, "Vamos" to him.
Yeah, and El Mundo thought I meant it for him.
Oh, that is too bad. Never say vamos. That means, how you say, Beat it. Run fast.
Yeah, I found that out.
Well, come on, let's get this fella back where he belongs in the menagerie.
I will go along with you,
Yeah,
yes?
come along. Sure, Carmen.
Come on, Rex. Well, my first elephant ride was sure a fast one.
But you will never be afraid now. That was good it happened so.
Oh, Mundo didn't seem afraid. All the people shouting at him and all the excitement, and, well, he kept right on going around and around the backyard.
I bet he liked it. I mean, all that commotion.
Oh, sure. He liked to be the whole show. He's smart, El Mundo.
Yeah.
And he is not afraid of anything.
Well, here we are in here, El Mundo.
Now quit talking back to El Mundo, Rags.
See, I got a right smart story about an elephant. I think it's the smartest elephant I ever heard tell of.
Tell us about it.
Oh, sure I will. This elephant really figured something out all by himself. Oh, here, wait till I fasten El Mundo down. There you go, El Mundo.
Ha, he's getting a welcome from the rest of the herd.
Sure. He get along with the rest fine. They all like El Mundo.
All right, there you are, fella.
You gonna tell us a story now?
Yeah. Well, sure you got time, Carmen?
Oh, I have always got time to hear a good elephant story. I love to hear about them.
Good. And sit down here on this bale of hay.
Sit here, Carmen.
Okay, Jerry.
There we are. Well, now, this is a true story, and it happened many years ago when I was just a young fellow.
In a circus?
Yep, first outfit I ever joined up with. I got me a job as an elephant guard right off.
And you did not know anything about them?
No, but I sort of took to 'em. As a kid, I always had a hankering to be around the big critters, and as I took to 'em, why, so they took to me. I never had a run-in with a bull yet.
Oh, go ahead with the story.
Okay. Well, to start with, the elephant's name was Hilda, and as pretty a cow elephant as you've ever seen. Nice and gentle, too. Never had a run-in with nobody. The fellow that had charge of her was a lad named Shorty. I forget his last name. And he and Hilda was just regular pals.
Like you and Gertie, huh?
Yeah. And one time we took on a new man, one of those nitwits that gets a kick out of teasing animals.
And he teased Hilda, yes?
Oh, teased her is right. He made poor Hilda's life miserable for no reason at all.
Well, what did he do?
Well, one thing would get her goat. He'd put her feed down in front of her, just out of her reach. She'd tug at her chains and reach out her trunk, but she couldn't get at it.
Oh, that is mean, Tree.
Mean is right. All the other elephants in the line eating away, and poor Hilda trying her best to get her food. You know?
Well, did she get even with him?
I'll come to that, Jerry. There's more to the story. Shorty, he was awful ticklish.
A man ticklish?
Yeah, touchiest fellow I've ever seen. Why, if you just point a finger at him and walk towards him, he'd squirm around something fierce.
Oh, that must have been funny.
Well, you know, all the fellas got a kick out of that. They used to have fun with Shorty by sneaking up behind him and then grabbing him and then tickling him good. They always had to be careful to stay in back of him, though.
Why?
Well, 'cause when Shorty'd get tickled, he'd strike out and hit anything in front of him. He couldn't help it. Why, if he had a sledgehammer in his hands and somebody tickled him, he'd hit whatever was in front of him with that hammer, man, woman, or child.
But what about the elephant Hilda?
Well, that's all part of the story, Carmen. You see, Hilda knew Shorty was ticklish. She'd watch some of the fellas having fun with him. Well, this whole story is just to show you how smart an animal can be, how they can, figure things out for themselves.
Boy, I'll say they're
Now,
smart.
you just listen to this, Jerry. Well, one day when this guard that was teasing Hilda come into the menagerie and walked over to the elephant line, Shorty was right on the spot, and he had a big stake in his hand, like a big club. Well, sir, Hilda kept her eyes on both Shorty and this fella she had it in for. And when her enemy got right in front of Shorty, she put out her trunk as quick as a flash and tickled Shorty right under the arm.
And Shorty, he hit the fellow with the claw.
Exactly.
Oh.
He hit out at that guy and beat him something awful.
Well, what do you know about that?
Yeah, I'll just bet Hilda waited for that chance a long, long
She
time.
knew Shorty would hit that fella she didn't like.
Oh, yes, I bet she knew it. She figured it out all by herself.
They are very smart.
Oh, I should say smart as a whip.
Well, what happened to Shorty? Did he get in trouble for beating that fella?
Oh, no, Jerry. Everybody knew it wasn't his fault. He didn't mean to hit out that way. He just couldn't help it when he got tickled.
And besides, that fellow, he had it coming. It was good for him.
Yes, sir, Carmen, you bet it was. And he behaved himself from then on, too. Why, do you know, he even made up with Hilda. And after that, they become good friends.
She got even, and that's all she wanted.
That's right.
Say, while I think of it, I once heard that elephants like to eat coal. Is that true, Olson?
Oh, sure it is, Jerry. They just love to crunch on a piece of coal.
And why not? We like to chew on a piece of hard candy now and then.
But coal isn't candy.
Might be to an elephant. They seem to like the taste of it.
That was a good story about Hilda. Have you got one more good story to tell us?
Well, now, let's see, Carmen. I don't seem to recall.
Then I have one for you. This one is about a baby elephant.
Oh, good. Go ahead and tell it.
This happened in Europe when I was little girl. One time it was raining very much, and we have to put boards across a little, how you say it, a little stream.
Yeah, a little stream.
Yeah.
And it was like a little bridge they make so we can cross over.
Oh, was it deep?
Oh, no, not so deep. But about 10 feet to the bottom, or maybe 6.
Well, what happened?
Well, we were going across. First a few horses, and then the guard with the baby elephant.
Hmm?
But just before the baby get to the other side, the boards break, and the baby elephant fall down through the broken boards into the stream with stones and everything.
Oh, that's a bad fall for a baby bull, too.
Was he hurt, Carmen?
Yes, Jerry, he was hurt pretty bad. He get the bruise, and the broken boards, they hurt him, too.
Yeah, I imagine they would. Well, how'd they get him out of the stream and back up on the road again?
Oh, they have to get other elephants and horses and a lot of men, and then they have to pull him up.
Oh,
That must have been real exciting, all right.
Oh, he was a sick baby elephant for a long time. They put lots of liniment on him, but he did not get well. He would only lay down and not stand up at all.
well, he must have been hurt worse than they thought.
No. You know what it was?
Oh, what was it?
All the time, the trainers are making his legs well.
Yeah?
But they do not understand what is wrong.
Well, yeah, but what was it?
He keep putting his trunk up to his eye, but nobody look there.
And his eye was sore, huh?
Yes. A piece of broken board was in his eye, and that's what was the trouble all the time. And then when they fixed that, he make a loud cry, and he was happy.
You just got to love them when you hear so many things about how clever they are.
And El Mundo is more clever than all of them.
Yeah.
You will see, Olson. You will be glad he joined up with you.
You think we'll be able to work together all right, Carmen?
Oh, sure, Jerry. You will make a big hit when you are working with El Mundo. Of course, you must give him the right command.
Yeah, Jerry found that out.
I'll say I did.
Yeah, you got to learn elephant lingo in Spanish.
Hey, look it. Here comes Carlos.
Oh, yes. It is Carlos. Here we are.
Over here by El Mundo, Carlos.
Oh, yeah, he sees us.
Here, Race, come here. Kind of glad to see your friend Carlos, huh?
Carlos, you should have been here. What a time we have had with this old friend of ours.
Who? What do you mean?
El Mundo. He ran away with Jerry here.
Yes, I bet. You're not fool, Carlos. El Mundo is best elephant in the world. I just see him run off with Jerry.
No, honest, Carlos. We gave him the wrong command.
I'll
and...
say, we tried to get him to stop, but none of us could think of the word in Spanish.
No. Really? You're not fool, Carlos?
If I had not been around here, perhaps they'd be 50 miles away by now.
So, for once, Jerry not know what to say, huh?
I knew what to say, all right, but a lot of good it does when you have foreigners around. Foreign elephants, I mean.
I guess perhaps we better keep quiet, Carlos.
I keep quiet? No, Carmen, I have too much to say. You know, give me chance, but I have big news.
Yes?
I have just received telegram that is very important.
What is it?
Yes, Carlos, do not keep the news to yourself. What is the telegram?
It is maybe the turning point in our lives. But quick now, there is no time to lose. We must get Alfredo and go quick to Mr. Randall.
Oh, what's Mr. Randall got to do with it?
I will tell you all about it later, Jerry, as soon as we know for sure.
It beats all get out what you're trying to say, Carlos. I can't figure it out.
Carlos, you tell us now, yes?
Please, Carmen, you come with me now. We find Alfredo and see Mr. Randall. Everything depends on him.
Go ahead, Carmen, and find out what this is all about.
You will see. It is the most important thing that has ever happened to Bendinis. Hurry, come.
of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Come on, Alfredo. Hurry.
I am coming.
It must be really important, that telegram.
It is important, Carmen. You will find out.
All right, so I'm ready now. What is all the excitement about?
Carlos, I just received a telegram that he says will be the turning point in our lives.
So, I hope it is not bad news.
It is not bad. It is good, dear brother. Now we are all together. I read it to you. But come. Let us walk over to Mr. Randall's wagon. We will have him see it right away.
All right, but hurry and read us the news. Please, Carlos.
All right, I read it to you now. It says, the Bandinis in care of Randall's greatest shows.
Well, then it is for all of us.
Certainly.
Go on, read, Carlos.
It says, can offer 10 weeks in circus picture with option, stop. Our scout, Everett Daggett, suggests you for lead. Stop. Must arrive Hollywood and start work by 15th. Stop. Wire confirmation, Superba Pictures Corporation, Hollywood.
And that is what is so important? I do not understand that.
No, that is not good, Carlos. Only 10 weeks' work, and with the circus, we can go on and on.
You see, Carlos, you have get all excited over nothing. We could not get out of our contract with Mr. Randall.
It would be foolish to give up such a good job just to be in a moving picture.
You do not understand. This is wonderful. This is how you call a golden opportunity. If we are good, we will make more moving pictures and maybe someday become great stars.
Oh, I see. You are thinking Carlos Bandini, the great lover.
Now, Carmen, I think no such thing. I think all of us.
I don't think we should bother Mr. Randall with such foolish.
Come now, here is his wagon. He will tell you about it. I cannot explain it. I know what it means, but I cannot tell you.
Our brother, Carmen, he wants to be movie star.
Yes?
It is the Bandinis, Mr. Randall.
Oh, come in.
Come now, come.
Well, hello there.
Hello,
Good
Mr. Randall. How are you?
Well, what brings on this unexpected visit?
We have got something important, Mr. Randall.
Huh?
You have got something, Carlos.
Oh, it concerns all of us, Mr. Randall.
Well, what is it?
It is this telegram.
Uh-huh.
How you say, Hollywood is calling the great Bandinis.
What's that?
The moving pictures, they want the Bandinis.
Let Mr. Randall see the telegram. Maybe he reads it and tell us what it means.
Well, let me have a look at that wire, Carlos.
Here you are, Mr. Randall. Now tell my brother and sister what a wonderful chance we have.
Maybe you will explain just what it means, yes?
Wow.
It is only 10 weeks' work, is that right?
Yes, but with an option.
Well, that means more work to follow?
Exactly. If your first picture is a success, they'll want you to stay on and make some more.
See? Isn't that what I tell you?
No, wait a minute. You folks seem to forget that you're under contract to me for the remainder of the season.
Oh, I know, Mr. Randall. That is why we have come to see you. If you will let us out of our contract, then we can go to Hollywood and go in moving picture.
Well, that's asking a lot, don't you think?
But if it is really true that we are going in the movies, it would be a big chance for us.
For you maybe, but what about me? I'd be without an act. I can't very well get someone to take your places in the middle of the season. No, I don't think I can let you out of your contract. You'll just have to finish the season.
But, Mr. Randall, this is such a wonderful thing for the Bandini.
Yeah, listen to him talk now. Now you see it is true, yes, Alfredo?
I fully realize this means a lot to you and your future, and I'd like to let you go, but I just can't afford to have my circus go to pieces.
Oh, please, Mr. Randall. We would love to go to Hollywood.
Oh, I know that, Carmen, and I'd like to see you go, but... Oh, no, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Let me look through this file here.
You have got an idea?
Yeah, I remember getting a letter the other day from some other troop of wire walkers. Seems they said they were available. Let me see now. Here it is. The Lopez troop.
Oh, they are wonderful, Mr. Randall. They are better even than the great Bandinis. Oh, if you can get them, it would be wonderful.
Let's see. It says here that they're available to finish the season. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yes?
You'd like to try your luck in Hollywood, wouldn't you?
Oh, certainly,
Good.
Mr.
It would be
but
wonderful.
yes, Mr. Randall.
Never let it be said that Sam Randall stood in the way of anyone's success.
Then you will let us go?
Why, sure. I'll get a wire off to the Lopez troop right away. They can join the show tomorrow.
Then we can leave tonight so we will be in Hollywood on time.
You can leave right after the night show. I think you'll get a westbound train out of here all right.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Randall.
It is wonderful you're going to let us go.
That's all right. I'm glad to do it.
You're a very good man, Mr. Randall. The Bendinis will never forget you. Come now, we must start to pack.
Yes, and I'll never forget the Bendinis. I wish you all the luck in the world, and I hope you make a hit in the movies, but just in case something goes wrong, you know, I want you to know you can always join the Randall show. Well, I'll see you later on, then.
Oh, thank you again and again.
Goodbye, Mr. Randall.
Goodbye, folks.
Come on, Rags. Here they come now. Carlos, Alfredo.
Hello, Jerry.
Oh, so, all right. You and Jerry have come to say goodbye, eh?
I watched your act from the pad room.
Good boy, Jerry.
You were wonderful tonight.
Aren't we always wonderful?
Oh, sure, but I thought you were especially good tonight. Even Bumps said that, too.
Bumps was watching our act?
Bumps? Say, everybody was watching tonight. There were a lot of folks that never caught your act before and wanted to see it. So they had their last chance tonight and took it.
Here, Carlos, put these things in the trunk.
Hello.
Oh, come on in, Bumps.
Well, just about ready to leave, huh?
We have got just a few things more to pack.
Well, you're sure lucky to be able to go to Hollywood and go in the movies. A chance like this doesn't come to everybody.
Yes, we know that, Bumps. And thanks to Mr. Randall, we are able to go.
Well, it was nice of him to let you out of your contract.
Now what, Rags?
Oh, it's Carmen.
Come in, Carmen.
Are you boys dressed?
Yes, we are almost ready to leave. Come in.
Look what I have here. Wait until I turn it around. So.
A great big picture of Major Mike.
I'll say it's a big one.
He would not let me get away without taking it with me. It is life-size, and he wants me to have it.
Well, say, he's written something on the picture. What is it?
It says, to Carmen, affectionately, Major Mike.
Well, now, that's pretty good, huh?
But we cannot take this with us. It is too big. It will be in the way always.
The picture comes right along with us. When the Major heard we were leaving, he was heartbroken.
Why, sure. Take it along.
I have to. I promised to him I would always keep it with me. He is very nice. I would not want to hurt his feelings.
Here, Alfredo, help me shut this trunk.
Coming.
Well, what about your trappings and wires?
I have arranged to have them sent on to us.
Gee, imagine going in the movies.
Well, now, you be sure and let us know the name of the picture you're in. Jerry and I'll have to go see it.
And we'll stay for 2 shows.
Oh, it'll seem funny to sit in the theater and watch the Bendinis on the screen.
You all set, folks?
Oh, yes, Mr. Randall, we are just about ready to leave.
We will be on our way in a few minutes.
What'd you find out about a train going west?
Oh, there is one in half an hour.
Good. Well, but you'll have to hurry.
We will go in taxi and be on time.
Hello. What's this?
Oh, this is a life-size picture of Major Mike.
Oh, I see.
He is so sorry that we are leaving.
Oh,
You mean he's sorry you're leaving, Carmen?
Now, Jerry.
Oh, he was almost crying. He told me I should have this big picture of him so I will always think of him.
As though it would be easy to forget him.
Yeah, that was nice of the Major. A little sentimental, but still nice.
Here, Carlos. You can carry this suitcase. I will take the little one.
Oh, want me to carry something?
Well, yeah, sure. We can give you a hand.
Oh, thank you. We can manage all right.
Yeah.
Oh, are you ready now?
Yes, I think we've got everything. Well, we say goodbye to our wagon now.
We feel like we are leaving home. This wagon has been our home for so long.
Well, you're going on to big things, so there's no use being sad about leaving a circus dressing room wagon.
That is right. Well, goodbye. It is hard to say, but we have to go now.
Well, I'll walk out to the street with you while you get your cab.
All right. Goodbye, Rags. Come, give me your paw. That's it, fella. Goodbye, Rags. Goodbye, Jerry and Bumps.
Not goodbye. Just so long.
Yeah, sure. Let's just put it that way, huh? Well, so long, all of you. And lots of luck in Hollywood.
Goodbye, Jerry.
Goodbye.
So long.
Goodbye, Jerry.
Hurry now.
Goodbye, Rex.
Be seeing ya.
Yeah.
Well, Bumps, there they go.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice family, those Bendinis.
Rags, come here. Now what's he running back of the wagon for?
Hiya.
Oh, it's you, Tom. Come on, sit down on the steps here.
I've got something to tell you, Jerry.
Oh, go ahead and tell it. It's all right for Bumps to hear it, isn't it?
Oh, sure. It's nothing important.
Well, what's on your mind, Tom?
Well, I just heard Leo say that there was a man by the name of Colonel Alger is going to be with us.
What?
Yeah. And Leo's sure anxious to see him.
Who's Colonel Alger, Bumps?
Why, that's the 24-hour man, the advance man for the circus.
But I thought we never get to see him. You said he was always ahead of the show.
Well, that's what I can't figure out. Must be some special business he has to take up with Mr. Wren, huh?
That's what Leo thought, too.
Why, he's the greatest character in the circus world.
Was he a soldier or something, Bumps?
Oh, you mean because of the Colonel moniker?
Yeah.
No, he got that title bestowed on him by the governor of Kentucky years ago, and he's been colonel ever since. Oh, say, it'll sure be good to see Charlie. Now, there's a man that can tell you stories about circus life. Oh, and real ones, too. Say, he's been in the business for years. Why, he had a medicine show when he was just a youngster.
You think you'll tell us some of the stories?
Just as long as you'll listen, he'd rather talk than eat. You boys are sure going to like Charlie Alger, all right?
He's just come from Fordham, and I'm going to ask him if he knows anything about my father.
Hey, that's an idea.
Sure. He might know where he is, or if he's in Fordham, or something about
Here,
him.
if you see him before I do, and be sure to tell him to come around and look me up.
All right, I will.
Yes, sir, boys. You'll find old Colonel Charlie Alger one of the grandest men you've ever met. And you'll remember him all the rest of your life.
Gee, I'm sure anxious to meet him.
Me too.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Hey, Jerry, come here.
What's the matter, Tom?
Hurry up.
What is it?
Look at here. Say, what's the matter with Rags?
Well, what's the matter with him?
Well, look at the big hole he just dug under the wagon.
Well, what's the matter, fella?
He's been digging under the wagon for a long time now. You know, I'll bet there's something under there.
Jiminy, I never saw such a big hole. What is it, Rag?
Well, first he'd dig in one spot, and then he'd go to another, and he kept growling and barking.
Stop it, Rag.
He acted kind of mad.
What's the matter, boy? Huh?
He's trying to tell you to help him look under the wagon.
Is that what you want, Rag? Well, all right, then. I'll see what it is.
Here's where he was digging last, Jerry.
Well, there's nothing here, Rags.
Then he's sure making a lot of fuss about nothing.
Hey, what's all the excitement going on here?
Rags is looking for something under the wagon, Bump.
He's been carrying on something fierce.
Oh, he's probably just looking for a bone that he buried.
Bone? Oh,
what's the matter with you now?
Well, yes, tell him, Jerry. Let us in on the joke.
I never in my life saw anything so funny before.
Well, come on, what is it?
Come on, Jerry, out with it.
The joke is you're on Rags.
What joke?
And here I've been thinking all along how smart he is. And then he pulls a stunt like this.
Why, he is smart, Jerry. As smart as dog as I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah? Well, do you know why he's been digging that big hole under the wagon?
Well, my guess is that he's looking for a bone. He always buried them under the wagon.
That's just it. But he hasn't buried any under the wagon since we've been playing this town. He did bury a great big one under the wagon in the last town we played, though. Don't you remember, Bump?
Hey, come to think of it, I do. He threw dirt all over us when he was covering it up.
Yeah, when we were sitting on the steps here.
Well, what's the joke? Tell us, Jerry.
Well, he buried the bone under the wagon like he always does when he gets a nice big one. And now he's looking for it, and it makes him mad because he can't find it.
Oh, I'll bet you're right, Jerry. Rags forgot that we moved on to another town, and he can't understand why the bone isn't where he buried it.
Well, you might as well give up, Rags. That bone is over 100 miles from here, back in the last town we played.
It's a good thing you found him when you did. He might have dug such a big hole, the wagon would have rolled into it.
Now what, Rags?
He sees somebody coming over there.
Oh, Rags, stop it. Well, for the... I do declare.
Who is it, Bump?
Be quiet, Rags.
I can't believe my own eyes, Jerry.
Well, who is it? Who's that man that's coming over this way?
It's Colonel Charlie Alger. Hello, Charlie. That's the man Leo said was coming.
Yeah, the advance man for the circus.
Yes, it surely is a treat. Oh, gosh, it's good to see you.
Yes,
Mighty good to see you, Bumps. Yes. Put her there. Same old Bumps. Well.
Charlie, this is my pal, Jerry.
Jerry? Glad to know you, young fella. Glad to know you.
I'm glad to meet you, too. I've heard a lot about you.
That's so. Folks been talking about me again, have they? Well, I'll soon put a stop to that.
But they only said nice things about you.
Oh, well, now, that's different. Yeah, that's different. Sure, yes. That's different.
And this is Jerry's pal, Tom. Shake hands with Colonel Alger, Tom.
I'm sure glad to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine, young man.
You got a few minutes, Charlie?
Yes, sirree,
Well, then, come on into the wagon here where we can sit down and talk a little bit. Come on, boys. Well, you going to be with us long, Charlie?
No, I'm not, Bumps. I'm getting back on the head of the show right away. Figure to leave tonight, yes. Say, have you got a little drinking water, Bumps? I'm a bit thirsty, yes, just a wee bit thirsty.
Why, sure, Charlie. Oh, Jerry, pour Colonel Alger a glass of water out of that cooler there.
You bet.
Hey, do you recognize that boy, Charlie?
No, I can't say that I do. Bumps.
Why, that's Jerry Dugan, Tim Dugan's boy.
Yeah, you don't say. Well, what do you know about that?
Here's your water, Colonel.
Thank you, Jerry. So you're Tim Dugan's boy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I knew your dad well, Jerry, yes. We were great pals in the olden days, yes, sir. Great pals. Well, now, how about you, young man? You haven't said a word.
He's just going to be with us until we play Fordham. He's working his way home.
Oh, Fordham, huh? I just came back from Fordham. Yes, fact of the matter is, I made a special trip back there to see Mr. Randall about a stunt we want to pull off there.
Oh, yeah? What's that, Charlie?
Why, they're running a fair there, Bumps. Yes, running a fair. Same day that we play there.
Oh, say, that's bad. That'll be pretty stiff competition for us.
Yes, that's why I had to see Sam about a stunt that'll help out quite a little. There's nothing like cooperating with those things. Yes, better than fighting them.
Yes, sir, every time.
Yes, you betcha.
Now, what's the stunt you're going to pull, Charlie?
Well, it isn't really very much, Bumps. Nothing much at all. They're having horse racing at the fair, and I thought we could get a lot of notice and some good publicity if we took those Cossack riders out and put on an exhibition of their riding.
Oh, I say, that'd be good, Charlie.
Yes, it might turn out to be a good stunt. After they left the fairgrounds, folks would probably come right to our show.
Excuse me, Colonel Alger.
Yes, oh, yes, son, yes. What is it?
Did you meet any people while you were in Fordham?
Did I meet any people? Did I meet any people? Well, now, that's a good one, yes, sir, that's a good one, yes. Yes, well, I met people wherever I go. Lots of people, lots of them, my boy.
What do you mean, Tom?
Well, I thought maybe Colonel Alger would know where my father was, or if he's in Fordham.
Yes. What's your father's name, Tom? I never forget a name or a face either.
My dad's name is Jack.
Hey, no, his last name. What's the fellow's name, Jack?
Rogers. Jack Rogers.
Jack Rogers, yes. Oh, Jack Rogers. No, I didn't meet him, Tom, no. I heard some of the men at the fairgrounds talking about a Jack Rogers. Now, what were they saying about him? Now, let me see. Oh, yes. Seems like he entered some old horse in a big race at the fair.
Oh, that couldn't be Dad. I don't think he'd have a horse.
Well, this Jack Rogers just bought one. Got him cheap, and that's the reason the boys were getting a laugh out of it, because the horse is old. Yes, he just doesn't figure at all in a race with a lot of high-class horses.
Say, what's the matter, Charlie? You warm?
Yes, I am, Bumps. A little warm. Yes, I am a little warm.
It's not warm in the wagon here. I'm comfortable with my sweater on. You sure you're feeling all right?
Feeling all right? Oh, sure, yes. I'm fine, very fine, yes, but I would like another glass of water, Jerry, if you please.
Sure, I'll get it.
Yeah, see, I don't like your color, Charlie. Your face is sort of red.
Face is red. Oh, I just been out in the sun too much, Bumps. Yes, out in the sun too much, that's all.
Here you are, Colonel.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, my boy, thank you.
You look feverish to me, Charlie.
Nonsense.
Then you didn't see my father, or, I mean, this man that has the horse.
Oh, yes, I saw him. I saw him from a distance. The boys pointed him out to me when he was out on the track with his horse, yes. But what I said was, I didn't meet him.
What, was he sort of tall and thin, and did he have a mustache?
Well, now, let me think a minute. Did he have a mustache? Yes, he had a mustache. He wore Yes, he was kind of tall and wiry.
I'll bet that's your dad, all right, Tom.
That's what he looks like, all right.
Well, Tom, if that's the right name and the right description, it must be the right man. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, it must be the right man.
Well, now, at least you know your dad is still in Fordham. That ought to make you happy.
Golly, it sure does.
Say, you got time to tell us one of your stories, Charlie?
Oh, it's one of my stories. Why, yes, sure I have, Bumps, sure I have.
Well, tell one that I haven't heard before.
That's right, Bumps. You've heard most all of my stories.
Oh, I'll bet there's a couple of hundred that I haven't heard, though.
Yeah. How about the old ostrich feather yarn?
No, don't recall that one, Charlie.
Good. Then you'll enjoy hearing it. Yes, sir, you'll really, really enjoy it.
A circus story, Colonel Alger?
Yes, Jerry? A circus story from way back. Long about 40 years ago, I guess it was. Yeah, that's about 40 years. Yeah, just about 40 years ago.
Were you at the circus that long ago?
Yes, and before that, young man. Now, to get on, it was a small outfit, but we had a very fine collection of animals. And in those days, as it is now, folks cared just as much about seeing the animals as they did the show itself. Among other things, we had...
Bones.
Excuse me, Charlie. Yeah?
Is Charlie Alger in there with you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he is, Doc. Come on in. It's Doc Williams, Charlie.
Oh, yes, good.
Who's he, Jerry?
He's a circus doctor. He's got charge of the hospital top.
Yeah, been looking all over for you, Charlie.
Well. Yeah, old Doc Williams himself. I'm glad to see you, Doc. Glad to see you.
Sit down here and make yourself at home.
Yeah, what's the idea of passing me up, Charlie? How come you didn't come by the hospital top and say hello?
Why, I was just going to come over and see you now, yes. You don't think for a minute that I wasn't going to visit with you? Say, Jerry, would you be so kind as to get me another glass of water?
Sure.
Well, say, that's the third glass in the last 5 minutes. I tell you, it isn't right for you to be so hot and thirsty on a day like today. Say, what's the matter with him, Doc?
Ah, you do look kind of flushed, Charlie. Yeah, let me feel your head.
Here you are, Colonel Alger.
Oh, yes, my boy, you brought it, eh? Well, thank you, Jerry.
Say, yeah, you've got a fever, Charlie.
That's what I thought, Doc.
You sure have, Charlie. Yeah, let me see your tongue.
Let me see my tongue. Oh, nonsense. I'm all right.
Now, come on now. Won't hurt to have a look.
Well, all right.
Of all things.
What's the matter, Doc?
Yes, sir. I'm right.
You're right. Well, what's the matter? I suppose you're going to tell me that I won't live till morning.
No. This is no joke, Charlie. You've got the measles.
Measles? What?
Surest thing you know. Now, you boys clear out of here right away. You two, Bumps. Get your things before you go, because you won't get back into this wagon after you leave.
Why, what do you mean, Doc?
I'm putting Charlie to bed right here in this wagon, and I'm locking him in. He'll have to stay in quarantine till he's over the measles.
Why, you can't do this to me. Why, I've got to leave tonight. I've got to get back ahead of the show. Yes, I've got work to do.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but you're going to be quarantined in this wagon until you're well. I'll send a nurse over right away to make you comfortable.
Yes, but you can't.
I can't let you run around either. Measles are catching. We can't afford to let the whole circus get 'em.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
She was dainty and she was sweet, and I was passing down the street when
Colonel, it's me, Jerry.
Jerry. Oh, yes, of course, my boy. Come right in, yes.
My, it sure dark in here.
Yes, such nonsense, such foolishness. You think I was a babe in arms, don't you? Shut the door, Jerry. That's it, I'm supposed to stay in the dark. Such goings on.
I had no idea how dark these wagons could be.
At my age, to come down to the measles and then to be forced to stay in the dark.
Yeah, I know. I sure hated it when I had the measles. But I guess the doctors know what they're doing.
Know what they're doing? Bah. Jerry, I've got the finest eyesight in the world. I never miss a thing. And to have a nincompoop doctor send me to bed and then to keep me there.
He was trying to get Mr. Randall to send you to the hospital.
What? Let the show go on without me? It can't be done.
I told Mr. Randall that Tom and I could take care of you. You see, we've both had the measles, so it's safe for us.
Oh, you did, Jerry? Well, now I call that real friendly. Yes, I sure do.
We're only too glad to. Tom and I are buddies, and we'd be proud to take care of you.
Yes, yes. I hope Mr. Randall put that doctor in his place for suggesting the hospital.
Well, you see...
Now, come, my boy, out with it.
Well, he said he'd see how you got along and how well Tom and I manage. Mr. Randall said he'd be by here later.
He'd better. If he thinks he can put Colonel Charles Wyndham Alger in a hospital, he's got another thought coming.
It's lucky Mr. Randall's had the measles, too, or he wouldn't be able to come and see you. They say it's lots worse for grown-ups than for children.
What is, Jerry?
The measles.
No, don't believe him, son. It's just that grown-ups fuss more than children. Yes, sir. That's what it is. Kids don't complain so much.
You're sure a good sport, Colonel.
Might as well be, son. I always say when you're flat on your back, you might just as well be cheerful. Yeah, nothing else you can be.
Say, Colonel, Bump says you know more about the old circus days than anybody else in the business.
Well, now, my son shouldn't be surprised if I do, yes, sir. My circus days carry me back to the time when circuses went so popular as they are nowadays. No, not by a long shot, Jerry, not by a long shot.
How do you mean, Colonel? Didn't folks always like circuses?
Well, now, Jerry, I guess the young folks always did, but the grown-ups, that's another story. Yes, another story. I had to run away after the first time I saw a circus. The folks thought that I'd just gone to the dogs for sure.
No. Oh, I don't believe it.
Yes, oh yes. You see, way before my time, circuses weren't run by men like Mr. Randall. No, sir. In the old days, all the scalawags in the world were supposed to be connected with the traveling shows.
Were they?
Well, now, son, some were and some weren't. The first circus I joined up with was run by an old ruffian. We called him Old Tom. Yes, he didn't care much how we cheated the public. No, sir. The more we cheated, the better was his motto.
But if he cheated the townsfolk, I shouldn't think he'd have trouble the next year.
Son, you hit the nail right on the head. I tell you, Old Tom never dared visit the same town 2 years in succession.
Well, what did he do then?
Well, he kept stopping at different towns across the country. Then about the third year, he'd figure they'd forgotten about the last time, and he'd bring in another show.
Did it work?
Sometimes it did, and sometimes it didn't. I remember one town, though, in the South that didn't forget. Yep, they were sure laying for Old Tom and his show. When the circus tent went up, all the rubes in town came down. Pretty soon the roustabout saw there was a fight brewing for sure, and up went the cry, "Hey, Rube!" Yes, you could hear it all over the lot.
What did the "Hey, Rube" mean?
That was an old circus cry, meaning a fight with the rubes or city folks was on.
But how could he ever give a show?
Well, they didn't always fight. Yes, it was quite an experience for me as a boy, son, quite an experience. Then I heard about the Sterling Brothers outfit. You know, Jerry, those Sterling Brothers did more for circuses in this country than any other people in the business.
Why?
They insisted on running a fair show. They never cheated the public. They advertised the fact that it was safe for women and children to come to the shows. Yes, and if old John Sterling or any of his brothers ever caught his ticket sellers shortchanging the public, they were fired on the spot.
You mean to say they didn't used to give the right change?
Not if they could help it.
No wonder circuses used to have a bad name.
Yes. Respectable folks tried to keep their children away from the excitement and dangers of the old circus tents.
Did you ever work for Mr. Sterling?
Did I? Well, I should say I did. For most 20 years.
You did?
Yes, sirree. It happened like this. Old Tom had been keeping our salaries back for a long time. It was toward the end of the season when our show passed close to the Sterling Brothers show. And I had already heard how they ran things, so I ditched Old Tom for good and for all. I decided to throw in my lot with these brothers, providing they would take me, of course.
You left without your salary?
Yes, I sure did. I figured the old geezer wouldn't pay me anyhow.
What?
Sure thing. I tell you, son, he not only rooked the public,
but he took every opportunity he could for holding back on his own people. For at the end of the season, it wasn't nothing for him to fire half the outfit, then refuse to pay him.
Say, I'm sure glad I work for Mr. Randall. He pays every week.
All the circuses do nowadays, Jerry.
Oh, that must be Tom.
Ah, yes, Tom. Tom, yeah. Let him in, Jerry, let him in.
Hiya, Tom. I thought it was you.
Hello. I thought it was about time the Colonel had something to eat.
You did now. Well, Tom, my boy, I was beginning to think the same thing.
Where shall I put the tray, Colonel Alger?
The tray. Well, now, son, seems like my lap would be the most convenient place.
Here, I'll put a pillow back of you. There it is. Is that better?
Yes, couldn't be better. Thank you, Jerry, thank you. That certainly smells tempting there, Tom.
I hope it's okay, Colonel. Got a good appetite?
Never been better, my boy. Guess nothing but lockjaw could keep me from enjoying a meal. Now, if you boys excuse me, I guess I'll pitch right in.
Sure, go ahead. Say, Tom, you sure missed it.
What?
Well, the Colonel's been telling me all about the old days in the circus. They sure used to run things different than they do now.
Yes, sirree, they sure did. Yes, they did. I tell you, boys, the greatest man in the world for crazy stunts was P.T. Barnum. Yes, he was the greatest bunco artist in the world.
What's bunco artist?
A man who's a genius at selling folks a joke. Barnum could play more jokes on the public than any man who's ever lived. And what's more, Tom, he could make 'em love it.
Really?
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, boys, it took a smart man to beat Barnum.
Did anyone ever put anything over on him?
Now and then, but not often.
Tell us one time.
Yeah, tell you. You sure that I'm not boring you, boys?
I should say not.
Oh, gosh, no.
Well, the best story I know was about the man who sold Barnum a cherry-colored cat.
Cherry color? I never heard of a cherry-colored cat.
Neither had Mr. Barnum. So he bought it to the tune of about $150.
Whew, that's an awful lot of money for a cat.
Yes, sir, I guess that's what Mr. Barnum thought, especially after he saw the cat.
Why, wasn't it cherry-colored?
It sure was, rusty black.
But I thought you just said the cat was red.
Oh, no, I just said the cat was cherry-colored, and so did the man who sold Barnum the cat. After all, there are black cherries.
I bet Mr. Barnum was sure mad.
Yeah, I reckon he was a bit surprised. But I tell you, it was hard to get the best of that man. Yes, it certainly was. Do you know what Barnum did then?
No, what?
He added it to the sideshow as the only cherry-colored cat in captivity.
You mean folks paid to see that black cat?
You bet they did, and laughed themselves sick when they found they'd fallen for a gag.
That's what Dad used to say, that Barnum put a lot over on the public, but they loved it and were always willing to pay for it, and then laugh at the joke on themselves.
Yes. Do you boys know where the phrase white elephant comes from?
Well, it means having something you don't want, doesn't it?
It sure does, and it comes from the time Barnum got a real white elephant and then didn't know what to do with it after he got it.
Oh, gee, someone's coming. What's the story, Colonel?
Colonel Alger.
Yes. Let him in, Jerry. It's Mr. Randall.
Hello there. How's the patient?
Not so patient, Mr. Randall.
I'm sorry to hear that, Colonel.
Say, Mr. Randall, the Colonel was going to tell us about Barnum's white elephant.
Well, I guess that'll have to wait. And you boys know it's almost time for the show to go on?
What? Say, we haven't been here that long.
Good night. And I told Leo at the mess tent I'd only be a jiffy.
I tell you, Randall, these boys got me spinning yarns, and I guess none of us realize the time. Yes, it's so dark in here and all.
Yeah, I know how the Colonel is once he gets started. Nothing will stop him.
Gee whiz, I'm sorry.
That's all right, boys. Run along. Oh, and Jerry.
Yes, Mr. Randall?
There's an airmail registered letter in my office wagon for you.
There is? Gee, I wonder who it can be from.
I don't know, Jerry. I didn't notice the postmark.
Say, I wonder if it's about that safety deposit box of Dad's. Gee, seems like I'll never find out what's in it.
Or it might be from Spike about getting out of jail.
Say, we better go. Thanks, Mr. Randall. I'll get the letter right away.
Right.
Yeah, thank boys for being such good company.
Well, that was nothing.
Thank you for the stories. And say, Colonel, remember about that white elephant story. We'll be back later.
Okay, boys, so long. So long, yes. Two mighty nice boys.
Yeah, they certainly are. Now, Colonel, we've got things to talk over. First of all, I've sent word on about the Rusov troop.
Hey, you're going to let those Cossacks ride at the Fordham races?
Yes, that's a good idea of yours, and I think we'll give it a try.
Well, now, Randall, I'm glad to hear you say that. It's mighty fine working for a man with your imagination and good judgment. Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah, well, I hope you'll continue to feel that way, Colonel, because my best judgment says right now that the right place for you right now is at the hospital.
What?
I think it'd be better for you. You'd get better care there.
Let the circus go on without me? No, sirree. You can't do that, Mr. Randall. Why, in a few days I'll be as fit as a fiddle. Yes, and raring to go.
I know that, Colonel, but measles are contagious, and the best thing to do is...
Not on your life, Randall, not on your life. I won't stir out of this wagon. I guess I can be quarantined just as snugly here as in the big hospital.
Yes, I know, Colonel, but I
here I am, and here I stay. You can put me right on the flat cars, and I'll be just as comfy as... Well, after all, if you had the measles, you wouldn't leave the show.
Okay, Colonel, you win. I didn't have much hope of getting rid of you anyway, but I promised the doctor I'd try.
Yeah, but you didn't make it.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Hiya, Tom. Where you going?
Oh, no place. I was just looking for you. Where you heading for, Jerry?
I'm going over to the horse stop and get Splendor and take him for a ride.
Can I go with you?
Sure, if you want to. Come on.
Hey, did you get that letter Mr. Randall said was over at his office wagon?
Uh-huh.
It was something special, wasn't it?
Oh, I'll say. It was from my Uncle Dan. He said he was getting better and could walk without a cane now.
Is he going to get out of the hospital soon?
Well, he said it would be a little over a month before the doctors would let him leave, but he wants to get out now. He said he feels fine.
Well, if he feels good, why didn't they let him go?
Oh, I don't know, but I guess they want to make sure he's really all well.
Didn't you tell me that he was going to join up with the circus when he leaves the hospital?
He might. Mr. Randall promised him a job if he wants it.
He used to be with the circus, didn't he?
Uh-huh. But before that, he was a big game hunter. He got all sorts of wild animals for circuses and zoos.
Really?
Sure. And he was one of the best in the world.
That's a real dangerous business, I'll bet.
Sure is. Well, here we are. Now let's see if we can find Whitey.
There he is, way in back of the tent. See him?
Oh, yeah. Whitey. Oh, Whitey.
Hello, Jerry.
You busy?
No, come on in.
Come on, Tom.
I'm coming.
What's on your mind, Jerry? Something special?
I thought I'd take Splendor out back and give him a ride and maybe try a few tricks with him.
Okay, Jerry, go get him.
Hey, Jerry, do you think I can ride him, too?
Oh, I don't know. Ask Whitey.
Should I?
Sure, why not? Oh, Whitey, Tom here wants to ask you something.
Well, what is it, son? Fire away.
Well, do you think... that is, I was wondering, could I ride Splendor, too? Just a little.
Well, now, I don't know, Tom. Ever done any riding?
Oh, sure, I can ride all right. I used to ride a lot.
Splendor's a little spirited, you know. He gets pretty frisky at times.
I know it.
Well, if you think you can stay up in the saddle, go ahead and give it a try.
Oh, gee, thanks, Whitey.
That's okay, my boy, but be careful. You don't want any accidents around here.
Come on, Splendor. Come on.
Got the saddle, Jerry?
No, but I've got his bridle. You get the saddle, Tom.
There it is, hanging over there.
Okay, I'll bring it.
We'll go right out the back way here. Come on, Splendor. You're going to get a little exercise.
Think you can manage by yourself?
Oh, sure.
Be sure you get that saddle on good and tight. Pull that cinch strap as tight as you can.
Okay, I will. Coming, Tom?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
If I'm not here when you get through riding, you be sure to size Splendor up.
All right, Whitey.
Hey, this saddle is heavy, Jerry.
Well, put it down. We'll saddle him up right here. Whoa, Splendor. Easy now.
You put the bridle on first, don't you?
Uh-huh. Here, you hold on to this halter.
Okay.
Now, come on, Splendor. Open up. Come on.
Whoa there, Splendor. Whoa.
You'll take the bit all right. Come on now. That's it.
That was easy.
Yeah, it's getting easier every time, but he sure didn't like that bit in his mouth the first time. Throw that blanket over him now, will you?
Coming up. There you are.
Now the saddle. There we are. Whoa, Splendor.
He sure is anxious to go. Whoa there, boy. Whoa, take it easy now.
Hey, look at your hand. Did you hurt it?
No, why?
It's all red.
Oh, that's nothing. I got that when I was picking the strawberries we had for breakfast.
Boy, they sure were good, weren't they?
I'll say. The first ones we had this year, and were they swell. Nice and sweet.
Well, he's ready now. I got the cinch strap good and tight. You want to ride him first?
Can I?
Sure, go ahead. Get on.
Okay.
Easy now, Splinter. I guess he knows he's going to have a new rider. That's right. Up he goes. Hold on tight, Tom.
Oh, I'm all right.
Boy, are you going?
Jerry!
Yeah, Whitey?
Hey, is Tom all right? Splinter's not running away with him, is he?
No, he's all right, Whitey.
Oh, say, I got a scare for a minute. I just happened to look out when Splinter took off with Tom, and, well, for all the world, it looked like that colt was out of control.
No, Tom can handle him swell.
Yeah, I see now. He's heading him back this way. Boy sure knows what it's all about when it comes to riding.
Good for you, Tom. You're a keen rider.
You're doing all right, son.
Whoa, Splinter. Whoa. Boy, he sure can run.
I told you he was spirited. He's the fastest little pony I ever saw. Yes, sir, there's no doubt about that.
Did you ever try to jump with him, Jerry?
No, not yet. Why?
Oh, he wants to jump.
How can you tell?
Well, did you notice when I got him way out there by that fence?
No, I wasn't looking just
Well,
then.
he sure wanted to go over the fence all right. I could tell. He put on a lot of extra speed and wanted to head right for it.
Did you ever ride a jumper, Tom?
Yes, sir.
Think you'd like to try Splendor out?
Oh, I sure would.
Well, if he wants to make that fence, go ahead and give it a try. But be careful.
Okay. Come on, Splendor. Get up.
Just look at him go.
Jerry, that boy is a natural-born rider. He handles that colt like he's been riding him for years.
Hey, look at Whitey. He's getting to the fence.
He's over. He did it.
Good for him. Boy, that was sure pretty.
Yes, it was, Jerry. His first jump, and just as pretty as ever I've seen. Had a lot of room to spare, too.
Here he comes back now. Just look at him.
Oh, say, Splendor seems to just sort of sense he's got a good rider up in the saddle. Bring him over here, Tom.
How was that for a high jump?
Oh, that was fine, Tom. Really fine.
Say, you sure can ride, Tom.
Better get down now and let Splendor rest a few minutes. We don't want to overdo a good thing, you know.
Okay. Whoa there, Splendor. Whoa, boy. Nice pony. That was sure fun.
Splendor's a jumper, all right, isn't he?
I'll say he is. He went over that fence just like a bird.
Say, Tom.
Yeah, Whitey?
Did anybody ever tell you what a good rider you were?
No, why?
Well, sir, I think you're the best little horseman in the world for your age. I've never seen your equal.
Oh, quit kidding me.
No, I'm not, Tom. You're a natural-born jockey.
What Whitey says he means.
You bet I do. Now, let me take a look at those hands of yours.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Just what I thought.
What about his hands?
Well, they're bigger than yours, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess they are.
They're almost as big as mine.
Well, what about it?
Those big hands, Tom, and your strong arms have a lot to do with your being a good rider. It takes good, strong hands to handle a horse. You got to be able to hang on to the reins, hold your horse down, and then let him out when you want more speed.
I know what you mean. I held Splendor back till just before we got to the fence, and then I let him go and gave him all the reins he wanted.
That's it exactly. Did you ever think of becoming a jockey? Well, you'd be a good one. Yeah, you're just about the right size. How much do you weigh?
Oh, I think about 95 pounds.
That's just about right.
Jockeys can't be too heavy, can they?
No, they got to keep their weight down. Yet they have to be strong, good and strong.
I'd sure like to ride a racehorse sometime.
I'll bet it's exciting.
You bet it is.
Say, can I ride Splendor now? He's all quieted down.
Okay, Jerry. But you better not try any jumps with him. If he starts for that fence back there, you hold him down and turn him away from it.
Okay, I will.
I'll bet Splendor heads right for the fence again. He sure likes to jump.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
Oh, Splendor. Oh, now. Take it easy.
Oh, can you get up on him all right there, Jerry?
Oh, sure.
Now, you be careful.
Oh, I will. Giddy up, Splendor. Come on.
Jerry tells me you're leaving us when we get to Fordham tomorrow. Is that right, Tom?
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to find my father when I get there.
Is that so? What's your father do?
I don't know, but Colonel Alger said that he thinks my father has a horse out at the county fair that he's going to put in the big race.
Take it easy, Jerry. Don't run too fast.
I won't, but he sure wants to go. He keeps heading for the fence all the time.
Well, head him out the other end of the lot. Practice those turns with him.
All right. Giddy up, Splendor. Come on.
Look at that boy go. He sure likes to ride. What were you saying about the fair in Fordham, Tom?
Well, I said that Colonel Alger thought my father was out at the fairgrounds. He said he had a horse.
Yeah, you did say that. Well, It won't be hard to find him then. By the way, I understand that's going to be some race out at the fair. The big one, I mean. They're sending racehorses from all over the state for that big handicap.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Well, then I guess my father won't have a chance.
Why, what do you mean, Tom?
Well, Colonel Alger said everyone was making fun of Dad because his horse used to be a fire horse, and they said he didn't show any speed at all.
Well, I wouldn't put any stock in hearsay. Your daddy most likely knows what he's doing.
Look at Splendor take those turns. First one way and then the other.
Yep, he's learning fast. Say, I meant to ask you, how's Charlie feeling? Is he getting over those measles all right?
Oh, sure. He's getting better all the time, and the doctor is sure having a hard time keeping him in bed.
Well, I guess it's pretty tough for a fellow as active as Charlie Alger to have to stay in a bed. He likes to be up and doing things.
Did you know the Russoff troop was going out to the fair in Fordham?
Mm-hmm, yes. They're going to put on some stunts and trick riding as a sort of an advertisement for the circus.
Here he comes, and boy, look at him gallop.
Boy, how is that for speed?
All right, Jerry, all right. Splendor's taking those commands nice now.
I bet he is. I think he likes to take commands and make turns and everything. Well, he sure seems to.
Sure, horses like to learn.
Next time Jerry comes over here to ride Splendor, you come along, Tom, and... oh, that's right. You're leaving the outfit tomorrow. I forgot.
What were you going to say, Whitey?
Well, I thought I'd like to have Tom do some more jumping with Splendor.
Well, can I jump with him?
Well, now, I don't know, Jerry. There's a trick to it, and Tom seems to know that trick. You might be able to learn, but, well, I wouldn't want you to take a fall while Splendor's making a high jump.
Yoo-hoo! Hey, there's Patsy.
Oh, hiya, Patsy.
I'm looking for you, Jerry. And for you, too, Whitey.
Oh, what's up? Why, you're all excited.
Well, it might be serious, Whitey.
What might be serious?
Well, Dr. Williams is very much afraid that the whole circus is taken down with the measles.
You don't know why that's bad.
It kind of looks that way. The doctor thinks that someone caught the measles from Colonel Alger, and now it's spreading all around. Come on, we better hurry.
Well, hurry to where? For what?
Oh, I'm so excited, I forgot. You see, we all have to go right over to the hospital top and get in line. Dr. Williams is examining everybody in the circus.
What?
Yes, well, one of the Carlton boys broke out with red blotches all over his face.
Hmm?
Well, and then Mr. Murray turned up with the same kind of blotches on his arms. And, well, the doctor thinks maybe everybody is breaking out with the measles. And he wants all of you to come right over now for an examination.
But Tom and I don't have to go. We've had them when we were little, and we can't get them again.
Well, I don't know about that, Jerry, but I was told to get you and have you report for the examination, too.
Well, I guess Doc knows what he's doing. We better get along. It sure would be awful if the whole outfit took down with the pesky measles and had to be quarantined.
Hey, look, Whitey. Hey, look at your arms.
Huh?
You've got funny little red marks.
What? Say, this is no joke. Come on, let's get right over to Doc Williams and find out what this is all about.
Jerry of the circus. Now for Jerry of the circus.
Colonel Alger, it's Jerry. Can I come in?
Yes, Jerry. Come in. Come right in. Come on.
I'm sorry I couldn't get over any sooner, but I've been awful busy.
Yeah, well, don't let that worry you, Jerry. I said yes. Don't let that worry you.
Doc Williams had everybody line up for an examination over at the hospital top.
An examination? What for?
Well, it looked for a while that it was all your fault.
My fault? What are you talking about, Jerry?
Well, almost everybody in the circus broke out with a red rash, and it looked for sure like they all caught the measles from you.
Now, don't fool me, Jerry. I wouldn't want to be blamed for all my good friends taking sick.
Well, it looked that way.
What do you mean it looked? What's the truth of it all? Come on now, out with it. This is serious.
Well, it was for a while, but it's all okay now. You see, it turned out to be a joke. I'll tell you all about it right from the start.
A joke? Yeah, what do you mean a joke?
Well, first, one of the Carlton boys got a rash on his arm. And then somebody else got it, and pretty soon everybody was looking themselves over to see if they had it.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Murray had a lot of red places on his neck, and seems he went right over to Dr. Williams and told him how almost everybody in the circus was catching something.
I see. Well, go ahead, Jerry.
Well, Dr. Williams figured right away that it was the measles, that somebody got them from you and was spreading them around to the rest.
Yes, well, that's a sensible thing to think after all. Yeah, so what happened?
Well, Dr. Williams just gave the orders to have everybody line up and get an examination.
Yeah, what did he find?
Well, he found that some of the folks had the red spots on them, but he also found that not one of them had a fever.
Yeah, of course, the fever always goes with the measles.
Uh-huh. So he tried to figure out what the trouble was.
Yes, and what did he find?
Well, you see, we had strawberries for breakfast this morning. The first ones this year.
Strawberries, yes.
Well, that's what it was.
What do you mean, Jerry?
Sometimes strawberries makes folks break out with a sort of rash, especially the first time they eat them each year.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Strawberries rash. Yes. I've heard tell of that myself.
So, well, that's all it was. We had our first strawberries this morning for breakfast, and a lot of the folks got a little rash.
Well, now, that is a good one, yeah. I'll bet old Doc Williams was plenty worried at first, yes. Has been awful if the whole show took down with the measles.
And it would have been your fault for not going to the hospital like Mr. Randall wanted you to.
Say, I'd have been in a pretty bad fix, all right, yes. Mighty good thing it turned out like it did.
I'll say so.
Yeah, well, now that that's over with, what else do you know, Jerry?
Well, I've got some time to spare, Colonel Alger.
Time to spare? You have, huh?
Well, you know what I mean. How about a story?
Oh, yeah, story. Yes, I knew that was coming.
Well, will you tell me one?
Yes, you bet I will. As a matter of fact, I've been saving one for you. Yes, happened to think of it early this morning. Yes, very amusing little story. Yes, I thought to myself at the time, now there's a story that Jerry would enjoy hearing.
Okay, then, let's hear it.
Well, sir, as I recall, it was about 35 years ago. Yeah, just about 35. I was with a small outfit that just traveled through the 3 or 4 states. My job at that time with the circus was the position of a ticket seller.
You sure had a lot of different jobs, haven't you?
Yes, I have, Jerry, yes. I think I've held down every job there is around the circus.
But you never wanted to become a performer, did you?
No, I can't say that I have, Jerry.
Well, go ahead with the story, will you?
The story. Oh, yes. Where was I?
You said you were a ticket seller with a small circus about 35 years ago.
Yes, that's it, 35 years ago. Well, there was a hustler with the outfit named Mark. He's been with the circus for several years. Sure knew his horses, too. But he had one failing.
What was that?
He was absent-minded, Jerry, yes, absent-minded. Kept forgetting about things all the time, yes. Got all sorts of things on getaway night.
Well, what, for instance?
Well, once he left several blankets behind. Then another time he forgot a whole box of trappings.
Can you imagine that?
Yes, imagine it. Just carelessness, I guess. Carelessness must have been. But the boss of the show called him on it one time and told him that anything that was left behind or that he forgot would come out of his salary.
That way he'd have to pay for his own mistakes, huh?
Exactly, yes. Well, after Mark heard that, he was pretty careful. Yes, he was very careful, in fact. But one night we were late getting off a slow lot. A lot of excitement.
What happened?
Well, sir, old Mark in his hurry forgot a beautiful saddle.
Oh, Jiminy.
Yes, it was a beautiful saddle. I mean, just that. I do believe that saddle was worth a lot of money.
Well, what did they do to Mark?
Well, they took quite a bit of money out of his pay each payday until the saddle was paid for.
And then what happened?
Well, sir, Mark figured that they took too much of his pay. Didn't think that the saddle was worth as much as they said it was.
Yeah, but it was, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know, Jerry. Maybe the boss did get a little more of Mark's pay than he was rightfully entitled to. But old Mark got even with him, all right. Yes, sir, he got even. Yes, he
what
really
did he do?
did. Oh, nothing right away. But a couple of months later, there was a pretty bad storm and lots of lightning, thunder. There was a regular stampede in the horse stop. And a few of the very best horses got away during the height of the storm.
Golly, that's bad. Did they find him again?
Yes, they did, Jerry. They got all the horses back but one. And that was the most valuable of all. I can still remember him. Fine high school horses you've ever seen.
Well, what happened to him?
Have to quiet for a minute here. I'm coming to that. Everyone connected with the circus went out looking for that horse. They looked everywhere. They couldn't find him. Just seemed as though he disappeared into thin air. Circus had to go on to the next town, and they couldn't just stand still and look for one horse. So the owner of the show posted a $200 reward for the return of the horse that had been lost.
Yes, and then what?
Well, Jerry, old Mark knew right well that the boss would do just that.
You mean put up a $200 reward for that horse?
Exactly, yes. So he stayed on in the town and told the boss of the circus that he wanted to stay there a few days and look for the horse and try and get the reward.
And did he stay there and look for him? I mean, the horse?
Yes, he did, Jerry. He stayed right in that town for several days, yes. But he didn't look for the horse.
Oh, why not? I thought he wanted to get the $200 reward.
He didn't look for the horse because he knew all the time just where the animal was.
What do you mean?
Well, sir, that night in the storm, he deliberately led that horse out of the horse top and took him about a mile from where the circus was set up. Yes, took him to some farm just off the road, made a deal with the farmer to keep the horse for him. Yes, I don't know what kind of a story he told the farmer, but whatever it was, it worked.
Oh, I never heard of anything like that before.
Then Mark came back to the circus about the 4th day after we'd left that town, and he had the missing horse with him.
And he got the reward money, huh?
You bet he did, yes, he did. $200.
And that's how he got even with the boss for taking more money out of his pay than he was supposed to, huh?
Yes, that's it, all right. Yep. Old Mark figured he put across a good one.
Didn't the owner of the circus ever find out about it?
No, I don't think so, Jane. I don't think he did. Old Mark told me that story himself and made me promise that I wouldn't tell anybody in the show.
And you didn't, huh?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But I guess it's all right to tell you after all these years, 35 years. You won't go to the owner of that show and tell on old Mark, will you?
Oh, of course not. I don't even know what show it was or anything about it.
Well, that's all right then.
Say, how about another one?
Another one. Oh, let's see. Another story. Say, how would you like an apple, Jerry?
I'd like one.
Good. Then you'll find a bag of them on that trunk there. Help yourself and bring me one, please.
This bag here?
Yes, that's it. Pick out a couple of good ones.
Here you are. One for you and one for me. Now, have you thought of another story?
Another story. Oh, I guess I told you the one about the ostrich feathers, didn't I?
No, I don't think you did. What was it about?
Jerry, you in there with Colonel Alger?
Someone calling you, Jerry. Better see who it is.
Okay. You want me?
No, but Whitey does. He asked me to tell you to come right over to the horse top. He's got some work for you.
Okay, I'll go right over there, and thanks for telling me.
Okay, Jerry.
Well, I guess I'd better go right over to the horse top. Whitey wants me for something.
Yes, all right, Jerry. Run along. That story you'll keep for another time.
You got everything you need?
Yes, I think so, Jerry. Besides, Tom will be coming along pretty soon now. Yeah. You go right ahead.
Okay. Then I'll see you when I get through.
Yeah, all right, Jerry, all right.
Whitey!
Back here, Jerry. Come on in.
Did you send for me?
Yeah, but I didn't think you'd get here so fast.
I hurried right over the minute I got your message.
Yeah, well, I've got a special job for you, Jerry, and I think you're going to like it.
Yeah? What is it?
You knew the Cossacks, the Rusov troop, were going out to the fair when we get to Fordham tomorrow.
Yeah?
Well, they asked me if they could have a couple of men to go out with them to help with the horses.
And you're going to let me go?
Yep, that's the way it stands, Jerry. I figured you'd be just as good as any of the hustlers. And they won't need much help, just someone there to hand them things and maybe hold their horses between their turns.
Oh, gee, thanks, Whitey. Thanks.
Oh, here comes one of them now. Looks like Boris. That you, Boris?
No, it's Nicholas.
Oh, good. Come on back here, Nicholas.
Golly, he's a big man.
He sure is, Jerry.
I forgot to tell you, Whitey. I wish you get someone to help us with his saddles, too.
Yeah.
I mean to clean them and polish silver. That would be good.
I've got your man right here now. Nick, meet Jerry.
I'm happy to meet you.
I'm glad to meet you, too.
Now, where is the man you've got to help us?
There's your man right here, Jerry.
Oh, he's a very small man. But I think he will do.
Oh, he's a good worker, Nick.
You can polish silver trimmings on saddles?
Oh, sure.
Oh, he can do anything you want, Nick, really, and do a good job, too.
Good. And you will come with me now and meet my brothers. Tomorrow, when we go to the fairgrounds, you come with us to help.
That'll be keen.
What did you say?
I said that'll be swell. I mean, that'll be nice.
Nice. Good. Yes, I will be good. Now, Whitey, where is another helper? I need more than Jerry. I need 2 helpers.
I'll get you another one.
Hey, how about Tom? Can't he be the other helper?
Oh, let's see now.
Oh, please, Whitey. He understands all about horses.
Who is this Tom?
Oh, you know him. He waits on your table in the mess top.
Another boy helper.
He's a good boy, Nick. Yes, sir. Rides a horse like an old hen.
All right. So he can be the other one. You send him to me.
I will, Nick. I'll see that he reports to you.
You are ready to come with me now?
Oh, sure. I don't have anything to do till showtime.
Anybody in there?
Yeah, Mr. Randall. Come on back. Better wait a minute and see what the boss has on his mind.
Well, I'm in luck. I was looking for you, Nicholas.
Oh, so I am here.
Hello, Mr. Randall.
Oh, Jerry. Now, listen, Nick, I just received a telegram from the County Fair Association that says that the Rusov troop can go into the fairgrounds the first thing in the morning. We get into Fordham tomorrow, you know. track will be at your disposal, and you can practice and get your setup.
That is good. The Rusov troop will be there.
I just assigned Jerry and his friend Tom to assist the Rusovs, Mr. Randall.
Well, good boy, Jerry. Now you'll get to see a wonderful show out there and the big horse race, too.
And that's going to be some horse race, really worthwhile seeing.
Golly, I can hardly wait until we get to Fordham.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Where do you figure we should look first, Jerry?
Well, let's head for those stables on the other side of the racetrack.
You think my father will be there?
Sure, if he's got a horse like Colonel Alger said. He's sure to keep the horse in the stable over there. Come on.
Gee, I sure hope I find him.
I do, too.
Well, what'll I do if I can't find him?
Golly, I don't know, but don't worry. We'll find your dad. Boy, this is sure some fairgrounds, isn't it?
I'll say, and I'll bet it's some fair.
I'll bet the best thing will be the Rusov troop.
Boy, can't they ride, though? I never saw such riding.
They're real Russian Cossacks, the best trick riders in the world.
I sure get nervous when I see Boris and Nicholas do the Roman chariot race.
And when they change horses going so fast. Boy, that's something.
I'll say.
They're nice to work for, too.
It sure was nice of them to let us go so early so I could look for my dad.
Hey, here comes a policeman. Oh, mister.
Yes, son?
Is that where they keep all the race horses?
Yep, right over there at the stables. You going to have a look at them?
Well, I'm looking for my father.
And you think he might be over with the race horses?
Yes, sir.
What's his name? Maybe I can help you.
Well, his name is Rogers. Jack Rogers.
Rogers, huh? No, I don't think I know him. You'd best go over there and take a look for yourself.
Okay, thanks. Come on, Tom.
Jerry, maybe Colonel Alger was mistaken. Maybe my dad isn't even in Fordham.
Now quit worrying until it's time. We haven't even started to look yet.
You know, there sure are a lot of horses here. Look at that one, Jerry. Gee, isn't he a beaut?
I'll say. That's a real racehorse, all right.
You think it's okay to pet him a little?
I guess so. Why not?
Nice pony.
There's his name painted on that sign over there. Flashaway.
Why, hello there, Flashaway. That's a swell name for a racehorse, huh, Jerry?
Uh-huh. Come on, Tom. Let's see if we can find someone to ask about your dad.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anybody around.
Well, maybe it's too early.
Hey, there's a pretty horse in that second stall there.
Well, his name is Chum. Hello there, Chum. You seen anybody around this morning?
Do you expect to get an answer?
No, but I thought that...
Did you ask me something?
Oh, golly, you scared me for a second. I didn't know anybody was in here.
It ain't nobody. It's only me. Didn't you say something?
Well, yeah, I did. I was talking to the horse, though.
Well, the horse, he don't understand no questions that you ask him. You better ask over again and ask me this time.
We were just wondering where everybody is.
You mean the trainers and the owners and the jockeys and all them kind of folks?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be here pretty soon. They gets here right quick now.
You know any of the owners?
I knows my own boss. I knows him for a long time.
What's his name?
His name, Mr. Rollins is his name. But my name is Hamilton. Folks all calls me Ham.
Well, this is Jerry here, and my name is Tom.
I'm powerful glad to meet up with you boys. If you'll tell me who you're looking for special, maybe I can help you out some.
Well, I'm looking for my father. His name is Jack Rogers. Do you know him?
Jack Rogers is his name, huh? Let me think now. Let me see.
He's supposed to own a horse that's going to race in the big handicap tomorrow.
What'd you say his name was? I forgot already.
Rogers. Jack Rogers.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you told me. Now, which horse is he the owner of?
Well, I don't exactly know that.
That's funny. I don't either.
Haven't you heard anybody around here mention the name Rogers?
You must have.
Well, now, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Maybe I was someplace else when they was talking about him. Or maybe they didn't talk about him when I was here, or a lot of things could happen.
Well, try to think now. What are the names of some of the horse owners?
The names? You want to know who's got which horse?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't help you out none on account of I don't know nobody else except my own boss, and his name is...
Yeah, we know. His name is Rollins.
Well, say, who told you that?
You did, Ham. Just a minute ago.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did.
Come on, Tom, we better just keep looking.
No, wait a minute. Here comes somebody. You can find out from him or something what you want to know.
Okay, ask this man, Jerry.
All right. Say, do you know this man that's coming, Ham?
Well, if he says hello to me, then I know him. But if he don't say hello to me, then I don't know if I know him.
Excuse me, mister.
Yes, son?
We're looking for Jack Rogers. Do you happen to know where we can find him?
Jack Rogers. Jack Rogers. Why, yeah, sure. He's down, let's see. I think you'll find him down there at the far end of the stable. That is, if he's there yet.
You mean the man down to the end what owns the horse, that fire horse called Blaze?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he was here a while ago, but he's going to get something to eat. He said he'd be right back.
Well, why didn't you tell us, Ham?
I didn't know who you was talking about at all.
Gee, thanks, mister.
Okay, boys.
Oh, Ham, didn't you know that his name was Rogers?
Well, no, all I know that he owns the horse folks is making fun of. The horse's name is Blaze.
Well, when did he say he'd be back?
He just went to get something to eat. He'll be right back. You best stay here now if you don't want to miss him.
Why are people making fun of Mr. Rogers' horse, Ham?
All I know is that the horse was once with the fire department, and folks just think he ain't much good.
Look, Jerry. I think that's my dad now, cutting across the track over there.
Really?
It looks like him, all right. It is him. Jerry, there's my dad.
Well, come on, then. Let's go meet him. See you later, Ham.
All right, I'll see you next time you
Call
come
to him,
around.
Tom.
If I'm here, and if I'm not here...
Well, go on and call to him, Tom.
It's him, all right, Jerry.
Yeah, he sees you now.
Dad, it's Tom.
Tom, my boy.
Hurry up, Jerry.
I'm coming. I'm right behind you.
Tom, my boy.
I'm winded.
Oh, Dad.
Oh, it's good to see you, Tom. Say, this is a surprise. How come you're here in Fordham?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh, where's Mr. Platt? Is he with you?
I'll tell you all about it.
I'm sure glad to see you, son, and you're looking fine.
Oh, I forgot. This is my pal, Jerry.
I'm mighty glad to know you, Jerry.
And I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Rogers.
Let's sit down on these boxes and talk a while.
Okay.
Say, tell me, Tom, how did you happen to come here to Fordham, and how did you know I was out here at the fair?
Well, I'll start right from the first.
That's the boy.
Well, Mr. Platt was a crook, Dad.
What?
Yeah, he was, and, well, he's in jail now. He's the real one who held up that train about 4 years ago.
And he made it look like another man did it.
Well, Jerry here found out all about it and finally had Mr. Platt arrested.
Why, I can't believe my ears.
Well, it's true.
Yes, go ahead, son.
Well, when they took Mr. Platt to jail, I didn't have any place to go, and, well, so I asked Jerry what to do, and he got me a job with the circus.
You're not with the circus that's coming to town today.
Yes, sir. That is, I was.
Well,
You see, Mr. Randall, he's the owner of the circus.
yes?
Well, he put me on and gave me a job so I could work my way to Fordham to look for you. Jerry belongs to the circus.
Well, Jerry, I sure appreciate what you did for Tom.
Oh, that was nothing.
Oh, it was quite a bit. He would have been in a fine fix if you hadn't been able to get him a job with the circus.
Well, the reason Jerry is out here is because he's going to help the Russian Cossack riders with their horses.
That's right. There's been quite a bit of talk about them coming out here and putting on a show.
And it'll be a show, all right. They're the best riders you ever saw.
That's right, Dad, and boy, are they good.
Can we go and see your horse now?
Well, so you know all about my horse, huh?
Oh, sure. We found out from Colonel Alger.
Now, who could Colonel Alger be?
Oh, he's the advance man for the circus. He's the one who arranged to have the Russoff troupe come out here to the fair.
Oh, I see. He most likely saw me out here, is that it?
Uh-huh. And then he came back to the circus and told us all about the fair, and, well, he told us, well, he said that...
Oh, come on now. What is it, son? Out with it?
Well, he said that everyone was making fun of your horse.
Yes. Well, I've heard that before, but don't let that bother you any. I think I know what I'm doing.
Is he a pretty good horse, Mr. Rogers?
You bet he is a good horse, Jerry. Don't you listen to what anyone says.
Can't we go see him now?
Well, first I'd like to hear some more about Platt.
Well, that's all there is to tell.
Tom, why didn't you answer my letters?
Well, I never got any letters.
What?
No, sir, I never got a one.
And how about the money I sent you?
Why, I never got any money. In fact, Mr. Platt said you never wrote to me. And then I wanted to write to you, and he wouldn't tell me where you were. He said he didn't know.
Well, that explains it.
What?
All the time you were with him, I sent him money for your keep. Oh, but we'll talk this over some other time. I guess Jerry isn't interested in our troubles.
Oh, I don't mind. Go ahead and talk.
No. Tom and I'll have plenty of time to talk later on. You're never going to leave me again, Tom. I'm sorry everything worked out like it did.
Oh, that's all right. Now that we're together again, it doesn't matter. Please tell us about the horse now.
Yeah, tell us all about Blaze.
Oh, I see you know his name.
Uh-huh. Ham told us.
Ham told you, huh? He's a great one, that Ham.
Is he really a fire horse like everyone says?
Well, yes and no.
What do you mean?
Well, he was with the fire department, all right, but he was the captain's horse. Pulled the captain's buggy.
Well, you mean the buggy that goes on ahead of the fire department?
That's it exactly.
Well, that doesn't make him a fire horse. Well, those horses are fast.
And Blaze is fast. Faster than a lot of folks think.
Well, how'd you happen to get him, Dad?
Well, there's a story to that. You see, I was working for a man, and when I got through the job, this man couldn't pay me all the money I had coming. He was the owner of Blaze, and, well, I just took a fancy to the horse. I figured he had racing blood in him, so I made the man a deal. I took Blaze for the money he owed me.
Imagine getting a racehorse like that.
That's just the way it happened. Then I figured there wasn't any sense in having a racehorse and not being able to race him, so I entered him in the big handicap race for tomorrow.
Golly, I'm anxious to see him.
Well, we'll go over in a minute. It took every penny I could scrape up to get the money for the entrance fee, and if Blaze doesn't win tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be broke.
Oh, I don't care, Dad, as long as we're together again.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that, Tom. But that Blaze just has to win the race.
Is there a big prize?
You bet there is, Jerry. $1,000.
Wow, $1,000. Boy, that's a lot of money.
You bet it is.
Who's going to ride Blaze?
I've got a very fine jockey, Jerry. One of the best. And he's been giving Blaze some splendid workouts. Which reminds me, I'd better get over to the stable now and see about giving Blaze an early workout this morning. I always like to get him out early before the rest of the horses get on the track.
Well, come on then, let's go. I can hardly wait to see him.
Okay, over this way, boys. We'll cut right across the track here, and there's the stable right ahead of us.
Is Blaze as fast as some of the other horses, Mr. Rogers?
Pretty near, Jerry. Pretty near. He's been improving every day. Seems to make faster time each time he gets out on the track. You boys are going to watch him work out this morning, aren't you?
You bet we are. Huh, Tom?
I'll say.
Well, there he is. There's